Boker Tov. Just got the Sforno in front of me, the commentary on the Torah, and we're in Parsha Noach, and we come to the famous story in Perek Tes about Noach got drunk, and Ham saw his father's nakedness, and we see that Noach, out of all of this, curses Canaan. The question is, why would he curse Canaan if Ham saw his father's nakedness? And the Sforno comes with an interesting perspective here. And we go to Pasuk Kaf here, verse 20, and it says, Vayichel Noach ish ha'adama vayita karem. Noach, the man of earth, debased himself and planted a vineyard. And it says, Vayisht min hayin vayishachar vayiskal besoch aholo. And he drank of the wine, he became drunken, he uncovered himself within his tent. Vayar cham aviv Canaan es ervas aviv vayered lishne echav bachutz. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father's nakedness and told his two brothers outside. And it says, and Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it upon both of their shoulders, and they walked backwards and covered their father's nakedness. Their faces were turned away, and they saw not their father's nakedness. Noah awoke from his wine and realized what his small son had done to him. And he said, cursed is Canaan, a slave of slaves shall he be to his brothers. So why did Noah curse Canaan if it was Ham that did this? So the Sforno, he says here that when it says Vayar Cham Aviv Canaan es ervas Aviv, the Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father's nakedness. He saw the degradation inflicted on him, Noach, by his son Canaan, i.e. emasculation, as some of our sages say in Sanhedrin 70. You can see other different views there as well. And then Sforno says, Barusi, the Chaldean, wrote that he emasculated him through sorcery. Ham and his wickedness saw this happening and did not protest. Truly, shame is termed erva, nakedness, as it says, Ve'ervas malcha lo arich lana lemechazeh. It is improper for us to see the shame nakedness of the king, and it says in Ezra 4:14. Also, the term ervas davar, unseemly thing, is implied to an ugly thing or an act. And so he told his brothers outside, and he rejoiced at the act of his son. And so we see here also, Sforno quotes Baruzi, the Chaldean, who was a Gentile, but he had writings outside the Torah. So there was nations that also wrote witness accounts or just what they've heard through word of mouth and what was going on. And this writing from Baruzi, it just shows that there was witnesses outside the Torah of these stories here. And these writings might not even, I don't even know if they're around today, but Sforno had these writings, and it says, Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father's nakedness, contrary to the interpretation of some of his sages and the literal meaning of the verse. The Sforno, as well as Rashi, is in the opinion that it was Canaan, not Ham, who inflicted this indignity upon his grandfather, Ham's sin. What he did not prevent or protest. On the contrary, he rejoiced and joyfully told his brothers. And we just see more about the meaning of nakedness in Parsha Vayikra, chapter 18. I mean, not Parsha Vayikra, Parsha Acharei, Leviticus 18. Verse 17, it says, the nakedness of a woman and her daughter you shall not uncover. You shall not take your son's daughter or daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness. They are kin. It's a suggestion, sinful advice. So we see the nakedness has to do with sexual relations. Also in verse 7 of chapter 18, it says, the nakedness of your father, the nakedness of your mother shall you not uncover. She is your mother, you shall not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of your father's wife you shall not uncover. It is your father's nakedness. So there is another opinion that the wife is the covering of the husband. She basically like clothes him. Just like it almost reminds me of like how the Shekhinah clothes those that are close to Hashem. But anyway, so we see that A view could have been that actually it wasn't Noach that was violated, but actually his wife. And so there's different views and everything. A few different views doesn't mean one is false and the other is true. It's just different views, and we can all learn certain things from all these views. But the Sforno's view I thought was really interesting, and that may be an explanation of why Noach cursed Canaan.